responding. I try to call her. Okay. This set theory is a very interesting thing. Too much traffic today, so I just couldn't make it. Okay, I think we were doing something in exercise 1, right?
0.1, uncle.
Exercise 1.1. Roster form, set builder form, all that we finished. And which one we finished?
Fourth one we completed, uncle.
Fourth one we completed. Okay. Then 5 and 6 we have to do. Represent the following sets in set builder form. Okay, let us try to do that. Take my text. 1.15. Represent the following in set builder form. First one, the set of all cricket players in India who scored double centuries in one-day internationals. Okay, how do you think you can represent that?
Open curly bracket.
Okay.
X such that X.
Okay. Such that X is
an Indian player who
okay.
scored double centuries in one-day international.
Very good. That's very good. Yeah. That's excellent. So we can say X. Okay. Represent the following B to X such that X is a cricket player in India who scored double centuries in one-day internationals. Close bracket. Very good. So that is 5.1. Okay. Then C is equal to half, 2/3, and 3/4. How can you represent that one? And ellipse. This got an ellipse. That means it goes on in that same pattern. What is the pattern? And how do you go on in the same pattern?
N by N plus 1, uncle.
X is N such that N is belonging to a natural number and X equal to X colon in such a way that N is a natural number and N by X is equal to N by N plus 1. Very good. Very good. Like that. You understand? Okay, set builder form. Then set of all Tamil months in a year. Okay, that is D. You have to give in a set builder form. X is a Tamil month in a year. Okay, like that. Then set of odd whole numbers less than 9. How you do that? X colon how? Odd whole numbers.
That x is an odd whole number less than 9.
X is odd whole number and x less than 9. Okay, so like that, set builder notation is very useful for giving some exact values. Okay, this is all fifth one. Let us go for sixth one. Represent the following sets in descriptive forms. Or how you will do descriptive form, first one.
The set of all English months starting with the letter J, uncle.
Very good, very good. Set of all English months starting with letter J. Very good. Very good. You got that very easily. I wish Arpana was also here. Okay. Second one, Q is equal to 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. How to get that? How to get Q?
These are all the prime numbers, uncle.
They are prime numbers, but not all the prime numbers. There is a range of the prime numbers. So how to say that? Set of
Between 5 and 31.
prime numbers between 5 and 31. Okay, that is a very good way to say that. Very good, very good. Then R is given in set builder form. Okay, it's not even given descriptive form or roster form. P was given in roster form, Q is given in roster form, R is given set builder form. X such that X is a natural number and X is less than 5. How to give descriptive form? Very simple.
Set of all natural numbers less than 5, uncle.
Very good. Set of all natural numbers less than 5. Okay, very good. Then again set builder form is given. Yes, such that X such that X is a consonant in English alphabets. Okay, that also easy. How many consonants you have English language? 25 letters, huh?
26, uncle.
26. 5 vowels. So 21 consonants are there. Okay. Now what do you do? The set of
English consonants.
Set of consonants in English alphabets. Or set of all consonants in English alphabets. Okay, very simple. That is all there is to that thing. Okay. Exercise 1.1, very simple. Now let us go and do. You want this to be put in your.
No need, uncle.
No need. No, very simple.
Yes, uncle.
Okay, let us go on. Do not waste time. Types of sets. Next one. There is a very special set. You want to read? You can read.
There is a very special set of great interest, the empty collection.
The set where there is nothing inside the set. Okay.
Why should one care about the empty collection?
If there is nothing inside it, why should you have it as a set?
Consider the following sets of solutions to the equation x power 2 plus 1 is equal to 0.
X squared plus 1 equal to 0. Okay. X squared plus 1 equal to 0. What will happen? X squared is equal to minus 1. X is equal to plus or minus root of minus 1. How you will find root of minus 1? There's no real number. Okay, so it is an empty set. Okay, the set of all solutions to x squared minus 1 is an empty set. So you see, then consider all. Next one, what do you have to do? Read.
It has no elements at all in the set of real numbers.
Real number. It was only complex numbers you can get a solution. In real numbers you cannot, because have you done complex numbers? Only in 11th standard, I think you do complex numbers. So now you don't know about complex numbers. So it has no real number. In actual real world, there are no numbers. Okay, so it's an empty set. Then
Also consider all triangles with one angle greater than 90 degrees.
all rectangles. So the rectangle is like this. Every angle is 90 degrees. Suppose this is greater than 90 degrees. It is no longer a rectangle, it is a trapezium. Okay, no longer rectangle. This is not a rectangle. So how many rectangles with angles greater than 90 degrees? Nothing. You will not get. That is also empty set. Yeah, there is no such rectangle. Hence is an empty set. See, so the empty set is important. It's very interesting and deserves a special symbol too. So important that is giving a special symbol. Read, what is the special symbol?
Empty set or null set. A set consisting of no element is called the empty set or null set or void set.
So don't blink if they tell void set. What is void set? Void set is nothing but null set or empty set. Okay. Continue reading.
It is denoted by null set or curly brackets.
Empty set. Okay. Now thinking corner. Are the set 0 and this are the empty sets? These two empty sets?
Yes, uncle.
No, they are not empty sets. Inside the first set, you have an element 0. Okay, you have an element 0. So it's not an empty set. See, this is not empty set. Something is there. Only this is an empty set. Nothing should be there. Same way, this is also not an empty set. You have one element. Element is 5. Okay, so this is also not empty set. Empty set means you should represent directly. You should not put it in brackets. Okay, so be very careful. This is not an empty set. This has got one element. Okay, only this is an empty set, or directly you must write like that. Then it is an empty set. If you write that and put brackets surrounding it, it is not an empty set. Okay, very important. Okay, continue reading.
For example, A is equal to curly brackets x such that x is an odd integer and divisible by 2. Therefore, A is equal to null set or empty set.
So empty set or null set. So any odd integer, can you tell what is an odd integer? Examples. 7, 9, like that. Which of this is divisible by 2? Odd number by definition is not divisible by 2. So nothing, there will be no number divisible by 2. Okay. Okay, set of all integers between 1 and 2. See, between 1 and 2, we can have 1.5, 1.7 like that. But these are not integers. We can have numbers and values, decimal numbers and values, but they are not integers. So between 1 and 2, there is no other integer. So that is also empty set. Very good. Now another thing. So one type of new set that you have found is what? Empty set. Okay, let us go to other set now.
Singleton set. A set which has only one element is called singleton set.
Okay.
For example, A is equal to x such that 3 less than x less than 5 comma x belongs to n.
X belongs to n. And what does it mean x belongs to n? N is what representing?
X belongs to natural numbers.
Very good. N is all the set of all natural numbers. But it's greater than 3, it is less than 5. How many? What are the elements in this set?
4, uncle.
4. That's all. Only one element. So singleton set. Null set, empty set, singleton set. Then the set of all even prime numbers. How many? What are the elements inside that? That is also a singleton set. What are all the even prime numbers? What you are thinking, Thomas? Tell me, what are the prime numbers?
2, uncle.
Yeah.
It's 2, uncle.
Who's that? What are you trying to say?
Arpana, uncle.
Oh, Arpana's coming.
Arpana, uncle. So the set of all even prime numbers is 2, uncle, because 2 is
I'm
the
able to hear you. I think your noise is.
Can you hear me now, uncle?
Hello?
Your voice is gone wrong. It's
Can you hear
distorted.
Uncle?
Who's speaking?
Arpana, uncle. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, that you only are waiting for. You started 10 minutes back. No
No,
problem.
uncle. I
40.
joined a few minutes ago.
Oh, you joined already. Okay,
Yes,
then no
uncle.
problem. Why is Sandhya's voice gone wrong?
Not my voice, uncle.
Can you hear me well now, uncle?
I can hear you
Now
well.
it's okay,
So,
uncle.
like that, like an old tape recorder, it was making some
Oh, okay,
noise.
uncle.
Okay. Okay, a set of all even prime numbers. Tell me.
2, uncle.
2, that's all. Only one. It's a singleton set. Okay. Then, so you now know what is null set or empty set. You now know what is singleton set. Then the third type of set is what? Finite set.
Finite
Okay,
set.
continue to read, Sandhya.
A set with finite number of elements is called a finite set.
So it is empty set a finite set?
No, uncle.
Why? 0
Because
is not a finite number. It has 0 elements. I think you are getting confused. You are thinking this is an empty set. No, this is not empty set. 0 is not an element. Okay. It should have 0 elements, which means it should not have any elements. A set which has 0 elements, 0 is a finite number. 0 is a finite number. Okay. So only infinity, where there is no end to the number of elements in the set, only those sets are infinite sets. Most of the sets we will deal with are only finite sets. Okay. The set of all natural numbers is an infinite set actually. See, n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Where you will end? You will end in 1,000, or you will end in 10,000, or you will end in 1 billion, 1 trillion. Where you will end? It will keep on going on. The set of all natural numbers is an infinite set. You understand? The set of all natural numbers less than or equal to 1,000. That is a finite set. So 1, 2, 3, ellipse up to 1,000. That is a finite set, natural numbers. Okay. But if you just say set of all natural numbers without any qualification, that is an infinite set. Okay. So remember all that. An empty set is actually a finite set because it has how many elements? 0 elements. Okay, finite set examples. Somebody read. Read, guys. Arpana, can you read?
Yes, uncle. Infinite set, uncle, or example?
No, finite set examples.
Okay, uncle. Number 1, the set of family members.
Usually in a family, how many members will be there? 2, 3, 5, 6, like that. Nowadays, all nuclear family, only 4 will be there. Grandmother, uncle, nobody, no joint family, so very small numbers. So it's finite. Okay, then
Number 2, the set of Indo or outer. Number 3, the set of circular objects you learn in school.
hey, not circular.
Curricular. Sorry, uncle. The set of curricular subjects you learn in school.
How many subjects you are learning in school?
5, uncle.
So that is finite number. Okay, then.
Number 4, A is equal to x is to x is a factor of 36.
A is equal to x such that x is a factor of 36. Okay, what are all the factors of 36?
6,
6 something.
3,
So many numbers are factors of 36. 1 goes in 36, 2 goes in 36, then 18 also, 2 into 18, 9 into 4, 3 into 12. So many numbers are factors, but still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 numbers. So 9 is a finite number. Okay, it's not infinite. It's not infinite. Very good. Now let us go to infinite set. Okay, Arpana, continue to read.
infinite set. A set which is not finite is called an infinite set. For example, number 1, 5, 10, 15, and so on.
So on means when you put that 3-dot ellipse, it means it goes on and on. Where it will end? It does not end.
Does not end.
So
Number 2, the set of all points on a line.
you can keep on getting, going closer and closer and taking more and more points. Okay, you see, you draw the line like this. 2 points. Then you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points inside it. But zoom in on this small line. If you zoom in, you can start doing so many points on this line. Then zoom in on a smaller section of that, you can start. So when you zoom into a line, you can keep zooming in and doing more and more points. So how many points you will finally have? Infinite number of points. Okay. Then something else. Please continue to read.
To discuss further about the types of sets, we need to know the cardinality of sets. Cardinal number of a set. When a set is finite, it is very useful to know how many elements it has. The number of elements in a set is called the cardinal number of the set.
That's all. So we said, here, when you said set of all points which have x is a factor of 36. So we said there are 9 elements in the set. So 9 is the cardinal number of set A. The cardinal number of set A is denoted by n of A.
N of A.
N of A equal to 9. Okay, tell me example 1.3. Without seeing the solution, you tell me what is n of A.
N of A is equal to 8, uncle.
Yeah, very good. So that is cardinal number of a set. Now let us go on to equivalent set, not equal sets. Equivalent sets.
Equivalent sets. Two finite sets A and B are said to be equivalent if they contain the same number of elements. It is written as A
that is equivalent. You should
equivalent to B.
So this thing is not this thing. This is equal. Both the sets are equal. This thing is only equivalent. So what it is that n of A, n of B is equal to n of A, then they are equivalent. So both of them have 9 elements. Then it is equivalent sets.
If A and B are equivalent sets, then n of A is equal to n of B. For example, consider A is equal to A, ball, bat, and B, history, geography. Here, A is equivalent to B because n of A is equal to n of B is equal to 2.
Yeah. So you understand equivalent sets. So don't think because n of A is equal to n of B, they are equal. They are not equal. Set A is not equal to set B. They are only equivalent. Okay, that is very important. Okay. Example 1.4. Okay. What is P? P equal to set builder notation. Give me a real roster form of this thing.
-3, -2, -1, 0.
Okay, it's all natural numbers. Z is a set of integers. Set of integers
Yes,
which are
uncle.
less than or equal to -3. Q is equal to set of all prime factors of 210. Are they equivalent sets? Is asking. How to find out what is N of P?
4, uncle.
Okay. Set of all prime factors of 210. How you'll find prime factors, not all the factors. Only prime factors. 2 is a prime factor, 3 is a prime factor, then 7 is a prime factor, then
5,
what else? 5 is a prime factor. Anything else is a prime factor? 2 into 3 into 5 into 7, how much? 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 5, 30, 30 into 7, 210. Okay, so correct. So this is all prime factors. What is N of Q is how much?
4, uncle.
Okay, both are equal. So they are equivalent sets or not?
Equivalent sets, uncle.
Equivalent sets. Okay, very good. All these examples you can work out because set theory is very basic. Only in 10th standard you are going to get some more complex things. That also will not come as separate lesson. It's going to come only in your probability. Okay, now let us take equal sets. This is very important.
Equal sets. Two sets are said to be equal if they contain exactly the same elements. Otherwise, they are said to be unequal.
Exactly same elements. Whatever is in A should be in B. They can be in different order. Okay, but even if it is different order, same number of elements must be there. The elements also must be the same. Exactly. If A is in A must be in B. I mean, if 1 is in set A, then 1 must be in set B. 2 is in set A, then 2 must be in set B. You can say 1, 3, 2. You can also say 1, 2, 3. But all the elements are the same. Now, in thinking corner, are the sets null set, set with 0, and set with null set in symbol inside it? Are they equal or equivalent?
Equivalent, uncle.
Are they equivalent? Equivalent means they should have N of A is equal to N of B is equal to N of C. This is null set. So N of null set is how much? 0. Okay. This is 0. It has one element. Let us say this is set A. So N of A is equal to 1. This is also, let us say B. This also got one element. So N of B is equal to 1. Okay. So N of A is equal to N of B, but it is not equal to the first one. So they are not equivalent. They are not equivalent.
They are not equal either.
They are not equal also because two null sets will be equal to each other. Let us say N of A is equal to null set and N of B also equal to null set. Okay, then because they are equivalent and they are equal. Both they are equal and equivalent. Okay, but this one is not neither equal nor equivalent. Okay. So continue to read.
In other words, two sets A and B are said to be equal if every element of A is also an element of B. Every element of B is also an element of A.
Why is defining it both ways? Okay, I am giving one example. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is A, this is B. Are these sets equal? Every element in A is there in B. See, 1 is there in A, 1 is in B. 2 is there in A, 2 is in B. 3 is there in A, 3 is in B. Are they equal?
Yes, uncle.
No. Why? Because every element of B is also an element of A.
There's no
4 is an
4
element
in
of B.
A.
Is it an element of A?
No, uncle.
No. So these two sets are not equal. A not equal to B. Do you understand? Very important. So definition must include both ways. You should not think every element is in A is in B, then it is an equal set. No. Every element in B must also be in A. Both ways it must be defined. Then only it is an equal set. All right. So let us do another thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. Then every element in B is in A. 2 is there in B, 2 is in A. 2 is there in A also. So they are equal sets, B and A. No. There is an element A in element 4 in A, which is not in B.
B.
So they are not equal set. So A not equal to B. Okay, like that. Very important. These are all fundamental concepts. Be very clear about it. Example, consider the set. Read. For example, continue to read. Sandhya, continue to read. What happened? Read, for example, from there, Sandhya.
For example, okay. For example, consider the sets A is equal to open curly bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, close curly bracket, and B is equal to 4, 2, 3, 1.
Are they equal?
Yes, uncle.
Why?
Because it has the same elements.
One is in A, is one in B also?
Yes, uncle.
Yes. 2 is in A, 2 is in B also? Yes. 3 is in A, 3 is in B also? Yes. 4 is in A, 4 is in B also? Yes. Same way, 1 is in B, 1 is in A? Yes. 3 is in B, 3 is in A? Yes. 2 is in B, 2 is also in A. 4 is in B, 4 is also in A. So both the conditions are satisfied. Every element in A is in B, every element in B is in A. So these are equal sets. So A is equal to B. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Very important basic concepts. You will be very helpful throughout your life. Okay, read.
If A and B are equal sets, we write A is equal to B. If A and B are unequal sets, we write A does not belong to B.
No, A is not equal to B. Does not belong to no. Does not belong to what symbol? This is only belongs to, this is only does not belong to. This is equal to, this is not equal to. Don't confuse. Only an element. N is an element of set A. Okay. N belongs to A. That is a different thing from saying set A is equal to set B. Okay. This is comparing at the set level. That is comparing at the each element level inside the set. Belongs to is different from equal to. Okay. You understood, Sandhya?
Yes, uncle.
You should not confuse the two. Okay.
We write A does not belong to B.
Thus, A is not equal to B, not does not belong to B. Again, you are repeating the same thing. A not equal to B. You don't write A does not belong to B. No. Two sets cannot be compared whether it belongs to each other. There is no concept of a set A belonging to a set B. There is only the concept of an element belonging to set A. Only one single element belongs to set B, like that. One set cannot belong to another set. You understand?
Okay.
Only elements can belong to other sets. Okay, continue. Read.
Which one?
For example, if you are given, please read.
For example, if we are given A is equal to A, B, C, and B is equal to A, B, C, then we write B is equal to A, B, C. Since every element of A is also an element of B, and every element of B is also an element of A. All the sets of
the set A and B are equal. Yeah. That's all. So what we told earlier is nothing should repeat. So cancel this, cancel this. This set is actually A, B, C. That's all this set is. Same thing this also is. So A equal to B. This is not A belongs to B. This is A equal to B. This is a set. This is a set. This is not an element. A belongs to B. Okay, that only is an element. A belongs to B. But A equal to B means this is one set, this is another set. Both are written in capital letters. One write in small letters. Okay. Okay, continue to read. Example. Now, example. 1.5.
Example 1.5.
Hmm.
Ra is equal to x such that x belongs to n.
Hmm.
4 greater than or equal to x,
Hmm.
lesser than or equal to 8, and b is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equals 6.
Okay, x such that x is a natural number and x is equal to 4 and less than or equal to. So this is set A. Okay, it is less than or equal to 8 and less than or x is less than or equal to 8 and greater than or equal to 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here also 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So are they equal sets?
Yes, uncle.
They are equal sets. Okay, now what about other sets? So equivalent sets, equal sets. Now you have to find another important thing, universal set.
Universal set. A universal
Arpana, can you
set.
read this? Arpana can read this.
Yes, uncle. Universal set. A universal set is which contains all elements of all the sets under consideration and is usually denoted by U.
Okay, suppose in a problem, in some mathematical problem, there are 3 sets A, B, C. Okay, then universal set will have all the elements found in A, B, C, everything. Okay, in Venn diagrams, this is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, this one will be universal set. It contains A, B, and C, and everything else outside it also. Okay. Okay. Give an example. Continue.
Yes,
Continue to
uncle.
read. Yeah.
For example, if we discuss about elements in natural numbers, then the universal set U is the set of all natural numbers. U is equal to X is to X belongs to natural numbers.
X such that X is a natural
Natural
number.
number.
That is an infinite set actually.
Natural number, uncle.
Sorry.
It belongs to natural number.
This belongs to natural number. Yes. X such that X belongs to natural number.
Number 2, if
Uh,
A is Earth, Mars, Jupiter, then the universal set U is the planets of the solar system.
You can have like that. Okay. A is Earth, Mars, Jupiter. B is Saturn, Neptune, and what else? Venus.
Uranus.
Okay. Then U is the set of all the planets in the solar system. Like that it happens. Okay. So you understand the idea of universal set. Now important thing. You are all telling about elements. Okay. Element of a set. A belongs to or something belongs to. Okay. See, A equal to B is possible. A is a subset of B only is possible. But A is a element of set A or B is an element of set B. Okay, this is different. This is a single element in a set B. You had A, B, and C. Then B is an element of B or B belongs to B. Okay, suppose A. This is set A, okay. Then A is a subset of B because A is containing A, B and does not contain C. B contains both A and B as well as something else which is not part of A. Okay, yeah. Now you read.
Subset. Let A and B be two sets. If every element of A is also an element of B, then A is called a subset of B. We write A is a subset of B.
So A is a subset equivalent. Okay, you write like this, which means let us say A is equal to ABC and B is equal to ABC. Okay, then A is a subset of B is also true because every element in A is contained in having an element in B. Every element in A is also an element in B. See, only one side you are defining it. then it is a subset.
But
If
uncle, I
both
have a
sides-
doubt, uncle.
Yeah,
Then what is the difference between an equal set? Because an equal set also has the same elements only. no,
exactly.
uncle?
Here, A is equal to B. A is also a subset of B. Both are true in this case.
Oh, okay, uncle.
Okay. So one side definition. Every element in A is present in B, then A is subset of B. Now, two side definition. Every element in B is also an element of A. Then only A is equal to B.
Okay, uncle.
Okay. So that second part, reverse must be true. Then only equal
Oh,
set. Only
okay,
one
uncle.
side you say, then it is subset definition.
Okay, uncle.
Both sides you say, both sides the elements should be present in each other. Then it is an equal set. One side only, A, all the elements in A are present in B. See, all the elements in B are like this. Okay. All the elements in A are present in B now. Yes or no? All the elements in A are
Yes,
present in
uncle.
B. So A is a subset of B. Okay. But all the elements in B are not present in A. D, E, and F are not present in A. So B is not a subset of A. Okay. Therefore, here A is subset of B, but A not equal to B. But if you
Okay,
take
okay.
A, comma B, comma C, this kind of case, and B is also equal to A, comma B, comma C. And if you define it as a subset, all the elements in A are present in B. Yes, true. Then A is a subset of B. But at the same time, all the elements in B are also present in A. Then A is equal to B. So in some situations, A subset of B will be true, but A equal to B will also be true. Also be true. But in most situations, only A subset of B will be true. A equal to B will not be true. Okay. So that you should be careful. Okay. So this is also true. If A is a subset of B, then all the elements in A will be in B. So at least N of A must be at least equal to N of B. I mean, N of B must be at least equal to N of A. It can be less, but should be at least equal to. Now, look at this thinking corner. Is W a subset of N or Z?
Of both, uncle, actually.
W is a subset of N.
No, uncle.
I'm putting like this. Okay. Z is therefore equal to A, comma B, comma C. W is equal to B, comma C. N is equal to A. No, W is equal to A, comma B. Okay, if I draw like this Venn diagram, therefore Z is equal to A, comma B, comma C. Is W a subset of N? W.
No, uncle.
It's not a subset of N. But N is a subset of W. Because all the elements in N are there in W. Okay. So W is a subset of what then? All the elements in W are present in Z.
Z.
So W is a subset of Z. N is a subset of W. Okay. But W is not a subset of N. Okay. W is not a subset of N. Why? Because W has the element B. Okay. But N is not having that element B. Not having. N. B is not belongs to N. Okay. So that's why. Okay. Let's go on. Let's go on. So N of A must be less than or equal to N of B. Okay. How? Suppose N of A is greater than N of B. Then A has more elements than B. Hence, there is at least one element in A that cannot be in B. So A is not a subset of B. So easily you can tell. If N of A is greater than N of B, then A cannot be a subset of B. Okay. Suppose N of A is 4, N of B is 3. That means in A there is A, B, C. Okay, but in okay, set B is equal to like that. But set A has 4 elements. So A, B, C, and D. So how can set A be a subset of set B? Set B can be a subset of set A, but set A cannot be a subset of set B. Okay, set A is not a subset of B if n of A is greater than n of B. Okay, these are all simple logical things. No big deal, simple logical things. For example, can you read?
From where, uncle?
Sandhya, can you read for example?
Yes, uncle. For example, 1 is the subset of 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, this set is n of this set. Say, let us say this is set A and this is set B. What is n of A? What is the cardinality?
3, uncle.
What is n of A?
3.
3. There is only one element. N of A is 1. This is set B. What is n of B?
3, uncle.
3. Okay. So A is a subset of B. Okay, like that. So n of A will be less than or equal to n of B. Then only you can think of A is a subset of B. Otherwise, it will not be. If n of A is greater than n of B, then A will never be a subset of B. Okay. Next one. Read.
2, 4 is not the subset of 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Here, what is n of A?
2 and 4.
This set is A, this set is B. What is n of A?
2 and 4.
No, I'm not asking what are the elements of A. I'm asking what is n of A. What is the
2.
cardinality of A?
2, uncle.
2. What is the cardinality of B?
3.
3. Here n of A is less than n of B. Then why is A not a subset of B? A is not a subset of B. Why? N of A is less than n of B. 2 is less than 3. Right? So n of A is less than n of B. So A must be subset of B. Why it is not? Why they saying it's not? Why?
Because the elements are lesser.
No. Elements are lesser. Yes. Elements are, there are only 2 elements in A. There are 3 elements in B. So A can be a subset of B. B is bigger than A. B is bigger than A. Then why is A not a subset of B? What your guys? Nobody answering. You should have immediately told me. What is the definition of A? What is the definition of subset?
When the elements of A are present in B.
Is 4 present in B?
No, uncle.
Not present in B. So how can A be a subset of B? It's not. So see, definition you are not able to apply. You should apply the definition. So every element in A should be in B. 4 is in A, but 4 is not in B. So for A is not a subset of B. Okay, that's why. Very simply you should have found out. Visually itself you should find. Inga 4 irukudra. Enga in the set la 4 kaanume. Adanal A is not a subset of B. Visually you must be able to find out. Must be not scratching your head. Okay. Okay. Example 1.6. Now let us do. Okay. Read and do. Don't follow. See the solution. You yourself do. Read.
Example 1.6. Insert the appropriate symbol, subset or not a subset in each blank to make a true statement.
First one, Sandhya, you tell. Is a subset or is not a subset?
Not a subset, uncle.
Why?
Because the elements are not repeating.
Because the elements are not?
Repeating.
Repeating. there is no question of repeating in subset. Every element in A must be in B. Then A is a subset of B.
The first one is a subset, uncle.
What are Arpana, are you speaking? Okay, tell me what.
The first one is a subset, uncle, because 10, 20, and 30 are present in the B subset.
Yes, 10 is present, 10 is present here. 20 is there, 20 is there. 30 is there, 30 is there. Every element in A is present in B. So therefore A is a subset of B.
But 40 is not there, uncle. How?
40 is in B. I did not ask the question, is B a subset of A? See, they are not asking if B is a subset of A. If they ask the question, is B a subset of A, then you take a, okay, every element in B, is it in A? 40 is not in A. So B is not a subset of A. Okay. They ask the question, A is a subset of B. Yes, every element in A is in B. Okay, see, it's like that. 10, 20, 30 is there. 40 is outside. This is A, this is B. So A is inside B. So A is a subset of B. Okay. Okay, Arpana, answer second question.
It is not a subset, uncle.
Not a subset, obviously. Why?
PQR is not present in WX.
None of the elements are present in the set B. So nothing in A is present in set B. So A cannot be a subset of B. Okay. Nothing. So that is very obviously not a subset. But the first one was tricky. So Sandhya is still thinking, what is this? Okay. What is the definition of subset? Every element in A must be present in B, not the other way around. Okay. Every element in B must also be present in A means then you are saying that is the definition of A equal to B or not. Is A equal to B, then you can say every element in A must be in B and every element in B must be in A. Okay, so 40 is not present in A, so A not equal to B. Or B not a subset of A. Okay, let us go to the next example. We have 5 more minutes, no problem. Activity and all we can avoid it. Okay, example 1.7, write all the subsets of A equal to okay, let me share multiple share. You write here itself in this white space, write all the subsets of A. Don't look, simply write. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, but only thing you should not write A equal to, because it's not A equal to. These are all subsets of A. This is not A. Okay, so you should write subsets of A are, don't write equal to, are null set A, B, and A comma B. Okay, very good. Note if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, then A is equal to B. Okay, it's very important. Okay, if all the elements in A are present in B and all the elements in B are present in A, then A equal to B. That is the definition of equality of sets. Correct. What is equality of sets? Every element in A must be in B and every element in B must be in A. When both, so every element in A is in B. This is A is a subset of B. Every element in B must be in A. That is, B is a subset of A. So if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, then automatically A equal to B follows. Okay. Then another thing you should remember, empty set is a subset of every set. Empty set is a subset. So many people, what they will do, they urgently they're writing the subsets, what they will leave out. They leave out the empty set. Be very careful. When you are asked to write the subsets, first thing you should write is the empty set. First you put the null set and then you go and write all the other elements that are there. Okay. So continue to read. This is not easy to see. You read from there.
This is not easy to see. Let A be any set. The only way for the empty set to be not a subset of A would be to have an element X in it, but with X not in A. But how can X be in the empty set? That is impossible. So this only way being impossible, the empty set must be a subset of A. Is your head spinning? Think calmly. Explain it to a friend and you will agree it is all right.
Hey, thala sutta vekadingada. Okay, don't take complicated. Just know empty set is part of every set. Okay, that's all. Don't have to spin your head. Then one more thing. Every set is a subset of itself. That also is true. Okay. Now, if you put the subsets of A, you will put empty set, then you will put A, then you will put B, then you will put C, then you will put AB, then you will put BC, then you will also put A, B, C. Okay. So this set is also one of the subsets of A. So A is a subset of A. Every set is a subset of itself. B is a subset of B. Okay. Every set is a subset of itself. Null set is a subset of every set. So these two things also you should remember. Okay, one more thing we'll do and we'll stop. What is proper subset? Read. Arpana, can you read?
Yes, uncle. Proper subset. Let A and B be two sets. If A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B, then A is called a proper subset of B, and we write A is a proper subset of B.
Now see the example, you will understand.
For example, if A is equal to 1, 2, 5 and B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then A is a proper subset of B. That is A proper subset of B.
Okay, what is the definition for subset? What is the definition for subset?
All elements of A should be in B.
So all element of A is 1 in B?
Yes.
Is 2 in B?
Yes, uncle.
Is 5 in B?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So every element in A is in B. So A is in B, but A not equal to B. A is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. So all
Yes,
the elements in B are not in A. Okay, so A not equal to B. So that is the way of saying A is a proper subset of B. A is a subset of B means A can be equal. You see, this one means either A is a subset of B or A equal to B. That only we were doing till now. So proper subset means no. N of A not equal to N of B. All the elements in A are in B. All the elements in B are not in A. That is when it is a proper subset. All the elements in A are in B, but all the elements in B, 4 and 5, are not in A. Okay, so 4 and 5 are not in A. Okay, that is only proper subset. Otherwise, it is a improper subset. Okay, so if you write like this, it can mean that A actually equal to B also possible. But if you write like this, it means that A never equal to B. A is always smaller than B. This is A, this is B. So let us say 2, 3 is here, 4, 5 is there. Okay, that means A is 2, 3, B is 2, 3, 4, 5. That means A is a proper subset of B because A is smaller than B. A is never equal to B, but it is smaller than B. So A is a subset of B, but A is not equal to B. That is a proper subset. Okay. Can we do disjoint sets, or do you think time is gone? You have time, guys, or the time is gone? We start at 45. I think we leave out disjoint sets for tomorrow. Okay.
Yes,
The
uncle.
more complex concept we will do it tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I'm sorry.
Bye,
My
uncle.
vehicle broke down, so I went to collect it from TVS in Mount Road. Too much
It's
traffic.
okay, uncle.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you very
Bye,
much.
uncle.
Okay, all the best. You are going very fine. Bye, Sandhya. And
Bye.
tuition fees, please tell daddy, remind him. Okay.
Okay, uncle.
Okay. Thank you.